Okay, welcome guys, welcome. We're back with Shadow Empire. It's been a little while actually, so I'm going to have to load in my previous game. A little fun fact, I've actually got two versions of Shadow Empire on my computer, and one of them is from 2022, which is the actual Matrix Games version, when I was sort of doing some testing for it, I think. And I came in to look for the actual game itself, and I couldn't find it. Like, I was thinking, what the hell? It's 2022. And then figured out I'd actually started the wrong version, but we're okay now. I found it eventually. 2022. It was even before the Ocean Worlds DLC. Okay, so I've actually completely forgotten where we're up to. I know sort of vaguely what we're doing, but I don't know specifically. So I'm going to have to sort of do a bit of a summary for myself, actually, not just for you guys. So normally I like to do a summary to sort of see what's going on. The WASD keys don't work, of course. S is not what we want. We want normal movement. Hi, Vegan, how are you going? So we're just going to go and have a look around. And I know that we've got bugs that we are dealing with. We've got a few that have sort of moved their way through. So we've got just normal arachnids up there, normal arachnids down this way. They're sort of swarming all over the place. They're just a Fendrix is in through there. We've already destroyed the queen for this group, and then we have another group of arachnids which has also declared war on us back over here. Let's have a look at we won't look at the decisions yet. Let's have a quick look at the status. The state of play as to war with them. War with them. This is a major faction. These are friendly. Culture unknown, though. This is a group of ferals, which are sort of also just wandering in and causing a bit of problem. This is back over here. Arachnid Swarm is the one that we're still at war with. You can see that there's actually been incursions now. Everyone's now sort of fighting, from what we can see, the different arachnids. So we'll be wanting to try to gobble up a bit of territory there as well, because we don't have much territory. This is all of the ferals in through here, which is unclear. We'll probably end up at war with them. They won't be a big problem if or when that does happen. Back over here, we've got another major faction, which is friendly at this stage, which is good. They're militarist though, so I don't know how long that will last. They've got a couple of airfields that they've built, and this location here, Salzburg, is actually is building up. So they're building up something on our board, and that wasn't there. That was something that they just created, and we've got to start maybe thinking of that ourselves as to building a second city away from Dasburg, maybe down in this area somewhere, maybe near this metal mine. So we've got a few different locations down there. Ideally, we want to be sort of in a position where we can defend fairly well. Meaning ruins, really, is going to be the ruins would be the best place for us to find. There are ruins back over here where we could make another city. We probably need to get another city in between that as well. So I'm thinking in around here. Every hex that you see is 300 across. I'll just move where my head is, actually. Just bear with me. And I'll just scoot it across the other side. Up to here. This is the best place for Shadow Empire. And I'll just move it over a little bit. That'll do us. We'll lock it in. Okay. That sort of is more out of the way than anything. Just go back to these, open these things up, see sort of where we're struggling. So we're struggling with oil now. Who's building this one? What we don't want is the AI to be building too much stuff. I think they've already built some of these things. What have we got there? Assets, and we'll just go and click on the one underneath there. Yeah, this is one that we control, I think. And are we controlling this one? Yeah, we're controlling this one. We are not controlling that one. That's okay with the metal. We've found a fair bit of metal. So we've got one metal mine in here, which is running at 100% production. And really, the reason I'm wanting to get the locations is because there's a limited resource here. So 16,000 there. This one's got 75,000. The one over through here, 25,000. So I want to make sure that I'm controlling this, and not the I don't want the private sector to get hold of that one. Same with the metal, like this metal mine over here, for example, has got 12,000. The one that they've got up through here has only got 346. So they've actually built a big metal mine there. That's okay. Look, it's going to run out very, very soon. We have another metal mining through here, which is still at 11,000. So again, I'd be preferring to sort of build the metal mines myself over through this other side. But we can always sort of deal with things. Now we've got a bit of money coming in, but not much. From what I can remember, we're going backwards relatively fast. So we've got the fuel we have to concern ourselves with. Water as well is dwindling away. Let's have a quick look and see. We've got 2 water mines running at 50% there, where we've got heaps of water there. A little bit of water back in through this one here, running at 100%. So with both of those, I can just tweak this one up a little bit if I need it. So sometimes it can take a turn or so, just if something new has happened. And I'm not sure when I got this one. So we might just let it run forward a couple of turns and just sort of see how things go. So we've got Hurlscrafter saying, hello everyone, what are we playing at? Looks like an early game with high tech. Okay, so as in... what are we playing as? Right, so with the... I might just do, for the sake of... for people who have never seen Shadow Empire before as well, just to go through what the game actually is and how it works, and then get to what our specific situation is. So the game generates a... in fact, I can do that through the help file. Just go back to the reports, back up through here, and we go to help. The game is generated through actual planetology sort of methods. So it's a random map essentially, but it's done with meaningful numbers. So it doesn't just randomly create like mountains and so on and so forth. It actually constructs them. And so so you start off with a planet. In this case, we've got a planet around a yellow-white F5 star. And so that's the first step that it does do. It sort of sets up, this bit of it is fairly random with what it does do. So we've got a tilt there of only 6 degrees. So that means that there are seasons, but they're not going to be dramatic seasons. The more the tilt, the more the dramatic season you're going to get, a bit like on Earth, I guess. So in this case, it's got like a low radius. The gravity is only 0.45 G. Average temperature on the planet is 23 Celsius. On Earth, it's 15. So it's a little bit hotter than Earth. And because it is sort of close-ish to this, sun, the yellow-white F5 star, it's further away than where we are, but it is actually but this is a hotter star than what the sun is, and so we end up with a fairly good solar irradiance. So we can use solar panels effectively on this planet to get power, which is what we've been doing. And we have to check. We're going backwards here, so I'm hoping that I've built some solar panels. We'll have to go and check that. Planetary age 1.6 billion. Certain things will then trigger life. Like if you end up with less than about 1 billion, or maybe 0.8 billion or something like that, you're going to be struggling getting life if you're looking for that on your planets. Map size is sort of the 125 by 49. That's a bit random. And then the heavy elements is how much metals we're likely to find on the actual planet itself, which is dictates a lot of the mining that we'll then sort of find. So, and then it goes into geology, where it sort of sets different things up, where there's, we've got mountainous and plains. This is sort of more random, to sort of figure out what actually does go on in the actual planet itself. And then there we have the various seasons. So you can see there that because of the low tilt, there's hardly any Arctic or Antarctic. They hardly vary, and around the equator, it's always around about 37 degrees, sort of year round. The biosphere. This then sort of sets up what the actual environment actually is. In this case, it's a sulfur dioxide gas is going to be the predominant gas here. So. And there are actually some 5-meter carnivores, sort of solar mollusks. We can find them on the planet as well if we sort of come across them. Environmental details. There is soil heavy metals. We can actually extract metals directly from the soil if we get the right tech. And back through here we have, like, this is a bit of a hell world with the way things are sort of working. So we've got atmospheric human hazards is insidious, xenobiological hazards are deadly. There are sort of like deadly biomatter. Atmospheric farming is toxic, so that can't be done. Alien tissue nutrition is zero value, so these things are sort of like, these have got like acid blood, so they're not going to be, there's no point in hunting them. Vegetation levels, forests, so we do actually get up to forest level height of, which I think was only a couple of little patches of forest. This is mainly a desert world. And hazard exposure level, if you don't have like a suit like to wear outside, it's a nightmarish death. So it's not really going to be all that good. So we've got Golden Age is saying, what is the tallest a life form can get on a planet? I think tallest I've seen was about 24 meters. Yeah, that'd probably be about right. I can't remember, to be honest, what I've sort of generated. I know I've generated gigantic worms, like, you know, like on a Dune world, which I was really happy with. This was when the game was still being like it was. I was testing it at the time, and it was I forget how big they were, but they were massive, and yeah, so it was really, really cool. The game has sort of moved on a lot since then, but it was. But that's the only thing I can really, like, you know, take as a memory of what the game does do. Anyway, we've got 5 meter tall carnivores that are on the world. We can see other things as well when we sort of get into these in a bit more detail. But anyway, then we've got colonisation. Like they come and start a mining company, mining world. Got up to 45 million. Still fairly small, and mainly sort of like services. Once you get over, like, you know, hundreds of thousands, you're going to be ending up getting services coming in, and so 90% of the planet ended up being services, with 10% being mining. But that's really what it was. Agriculture 0%. Then we have the apocalypse, which is sort of like the happens about 200 years in the past, and so dissolution war is like a global, like a galactic war that. Where the Galactic Republic falls, and then it comes to the world, and different things blow up, and we're left with 1.2 million people at the end of it. You can see there we've got some hunters. Now, I don't know why there's hunters there. That seems a bit sort of funny when there's no reason for them to be doing anything. But we've got like scavengers. That's going to be we've got scavengers, hunters, raiders, and some farmers as well. Farmers are good to deal with. Like these are good with diplomacy. Hunters a little bit as well. I don't know which group that's in, but it's about 50-50 of really uninviting type people to deal with, and things that like groups that we may be able to then go and work with. So we've got those in through there. The planet overview then just gives us a bit of a summary as to what all that was. So that's sort of where we are. So we're sort of in a bit of a I'll just leave that where that is. But that's sort of where we ended up getting. When we go back to the planet statistics overview, we then get to sort of see the actual numbers as to how these things sort of then translate into the actual game that we're playing. With the gravity, the atmospheric composition. It then tells us, you know, like as in the farming method advised is domed farming. We have to have the farms under domes. There is a 90% methane synthesis modification, so we can mine methane from the atmosphere if we need to. Deep core gas modification is good as well. Like we can actually we can go if we do need to sort of get more fuel or energy basically that way. Solar panels modification is high, 128, and dissolved metals in the soil is 292. So we can sort of use special tech to get more of the resources. Because the gravity is so low, but the actual the pressure is a bit higher than that. We actually can, like having a propeller / jet aircraft is actually viable, and that is sort of that's a bit of a summary of our planet there. Hi Bob, how are you going? So so what we end up having then is, if we go back to the strategic map, this one here, this is what we know. Now, we've made friends with this group over here, Bergavia, but they are, as I said before, militarists, so we have to be a little bit careful of them. Their tech level is 5, nearly 6. I think they're slightly ahead of us. We've only been able to build one city at this stage. You can see there they've got a few different cities crossing through here. We don't know much about the others. I think that the last thing we did was to get a spy master. So we're going to be sort of looking at in more detail. Over through here, we saw there that we've got the these are the ferals, and beyond them, and we do actually have spies in this feral territory to try to sort of figure out what's going on and where they are. We don't have enough view on them just yet. There should be recon is only one basically at this point in time. So we'll sort of try to get that one up. Actually, what have we got through here? This is recon points in selected regime is 19. If we have a look at this one over through here, we've got 42 recon for this particular, because we're friendly with them, we're sort of like in communication and we're sort of getting to know, who they are, what their structure is. The Federal Shield Command is their main party. What they like, heart and autocracy. It's sort of what they're going for. What's this one through here? Communication level is 2 with them, so that's actually not too bad. You can see we've got hardly anything at all to do with the mutants, the ferals. So we're going to ultimately be killing them off and destroying them. Down through here, we've got actually over through this other side, there is actually a non-aligned forces. This can be sort of like just wilds. So I'm not really too concerned about that. Back in here, we have another major regime which has come out of the middle. You can see there's little pockets of water, and I would love to get hold of one of them. I would love to move across. There's a chance if we go this way. This is a major regime, is it? Yeah, that's a major regime there. And there's another major regime in through this other side where they've been able to get close with little excursions before the Arachnids then sort of, these are the Arachnids back in here, and the other Arachnids swarm over this side. We have killed the Queen Arachnid from this particular group. And so that has been destroyed, and we'll start to sort of just gobble into their territory. What's this one here? What do we know about this one? Culture unknown, and where was it? This other one over here. You can see they're nowhere near as friendly as these guys, but these guys, being militarist, that could turn bad at some point. So anyway, that's the different groups that we actually have around us. We should be able to easily gobble up territory. I wouldn't mind getting to those ruins. That would be nice, but it's not really getting us close to the water. I think this water here is probably going to be our best bet to sort of try to sort of move things through. You can see that there's forests and things there, or there's greenery down in the south. This would be beautiful to start down in here. Let's have a look at over here actually. Let's go and see what that is. See what we can see. We're playing with Fog of War on, but knowing what the map actually is, which I think is more realistic. So we're just going to go across, use the WASD keys all the time. So we're just seeing grasslands a little bit around the place. So that's that water there. If I could get hold of that, we wouldn't have to use ice mines to sort of get hold of the water. We'd be able to take it from here. It's a long way away though, like a hell of a long way away. To getting to that is going to take a lot of infrastructure to be built. And we are just building up at this stage. We're building tall at Dasburg. Let's have a look at Dasburg itself. So we've got a few different things going on here. We've got the assets in here. So we're running at 100% through here, but you can see there that we're not getting enough workers in this one, and because it looks like we're running out of energy. So we keep on running out of energy with this particular one. We're still making the food though, and we've still got a fair bit of storage. We've been selling the food off as it sort of comes through. The planet does struggle for water, and so water and food are viable things for us to sell. So yeah, look, we've been sort of doing that a little bit. All right, Dasburg itself. So we've got a truck station there. Again, you can see there the workers are a bit lowish. Yes, we're just not quite got enough workers working in here, so we'll have to find out why that is. Because these aren't impacted by the energy. Energy, we haven't lost any energy. Everything is required. Yeah, 75 energy, needed 75. No, it didn't quite get enough energy, so we're a little bit low on energy. Let's just see what we're building. So we've got the solar panels is level 3 here. Already. Now, I'm not sure if that only just came through. It's getting 280, produced 280 energy at the start of the turn. Okay, let's go we're going to have to do an analysis on some of these things. We've got very high bureaucratic offices back in through here as well. There's a whole range of different private sector things as well. This is quite a nice city, actually. It's built up very, very well. But we do have to start to expand off and get other locations. We've got like a heap of colonists. We actually get new colonists all the time. So we actually get we get 100 of them delivered from the zones all the time. And we've got a massive military, which I can... So these are basically just sitting in reserve. So we're not making use of them. But there's monstrously large. We might change that, actually. We might go back to Dasburg and just change those. This is our governor of Dasburg, and we can see down through here that everyone's pretty happy, and we are getting more and more workers. So we need a lot of workers in here. It's a minor city, this one. It's a big city, city level 4. I might reduce the number of recruits. I mean, it's going to allow us ultimately, if we can support them, we're going to be able to then get heaps, but we don't really need it. So let's call this one and go into the zone orders.
Aye, aye, sir.
And so we'll just go and change maximum recruits. It's got 500. Let's just make it say 300. And I'll leave everything else the way it is. The worker salary is 8 times. I'll keep that there. They're pretty happy. They're relatively happy. We don't need to change anything else there. I'll just confirm those orders, just so we get a little bit less. Let's go through. Now this is where we got up to. So yeah, we now have a new director for the Secret Service Council, and so we've got a few different people. Maybe before we have a look at these are all organisation decisions. So there's a fair bit of stuff we have to then go and do. Let's have a look at the people. So management screen. Actually, before we go off, let's just check our energy. And yeah, the zone consumption is 384 at the moment, and the zone production is 380. So that's exactly what we are using, and you can see we've sort of got problems with all of this stuff. Ammunition. And again, the energy is going to be hurting what we can produce in here. Preview for next turn. Energy production says it goes up. Okay, looks like we may have only just built this. So this is its prediction for next turn, where it looks like it sorts itself out. So I must have just finished building these solar panels, I'm guessing. We also have another reactor as well. Like there's a second page there. Where's the second page? Oh, down here. So we actually do have a where is it? Yes, degraded liquid energy reactor is also sitting here at giving us another 100. So so that's going to be, yeah. I think let's just leave it for one turn and see what actually happens. Well, that's actually, the energy there is 342. So I think that at the moment we're okay. If I go in to have a look at this one through here, I can sort of then go and build the next level. This is going to cost me to get to level 4 with this one. Produces 400 energy, so it almost doubles the energy there again as well. And that's like, so to get to that one there, what do we need? What does it need? It needs 100 rare metals for 5 rounds, 100 rares, industrial points, 1 machine, and 700 worker points. That's actually not bad. We've got to be on top of the energy in a fairly big way. So let's just leave it a turn, and then just reevaluate that, I think. So that's that's where we are with that one through there. The models, having a quick look at these, if we just go back to all, we should see we've now made the Rifleman and Whirlwinds obsolete. We've now got new versions of those, and we've made the Crossbilly Recon obsolete as well. We're going to need a few of these, so we've made new versions of those, obviously. So that's if we have a quick look and see what we've got. The Recon Air, we've still got this one which we're using. Fighter, haven't built any. Flak gun we don't need at this stage. Infantry. So we now actually have the new troopers. So I can actually hide the obsolete, but I'll keep them there for a second. We can see there the combat abilities have gone from 25 to 156, but the cost has gone up marginally. This is really important. So we've actually now got these new sort of super trooper type things. So this is its main armor is a gauze rifle, been issued combat armor. So very, very powerful. And then if we go back to the old riflemen, these were just armed with automatic rifles and enviro suits. So very weak in comparison. So we've now got a very strong basic troop. We've been trying to sort of build that one up over the previous sessions to sort of get them up to a nice strong group. The machine gun as well, we've actually now changed this one. This one did have combat 62. It's now gone up to 351. And this one here has got the gauze machine gun as well with combat armor. So a lot more powerful than what it was originally with just the enviro suit. So our basic infantry is now set. Motorized transport won't have changed. The buggies, we can see there we've quadrupled the firepower really, or the damage ability of the actual the crossbillies. So we've been able to look. If we go back to infantry, these were so poor in their design abilities that the structural design that we actually re-rolled and basically ended up with 109, which is great. So anything over 100 is excellent, and basically the lowest is 70. So between 70 and 100, this was fairly average with what it could then go and do. And so we've only just got these things in. We've got no field testing with these new troopers. They've only just come into the fight, and they'll be then taking the fight into the Arachnids. So that's sort of now they've been built just literally for that at this point in time, but they'll then just continue on getting better and better and better. This field testing means that when we do an upgrade next time, it will then sort of be applied to the base structure, the base design, and then boost that along. So we can still, even with a crappy structural design, which doesn't change, the base design here, the average here is 85, so it goes between 70 and 100. And so at 86, it's sort of average, and then when we go and if we had it built on top of that one, the field testing by having existing soldiers will then be applied on top of that, basically. What did we get up to? The buggy was just this one already had good design, like it had excellent. So we keep the design where that one was. And we didn't actually build any of these. So we had no field testing. So everything is basically the same as what we had there before, except the firepower has gone way, way up. The weight has gone up as well because of the firepower. But pretty much everything else, and the armor strength. So we increased the armor, which increased the weight, increased the firepower. So this particular design is now just using 25mm steel plating. The previous one we've only been using 5mm, I think. 5mm steel plating there. So this one is okay against very, very minor attacks. It will still actually take damage at 5mm. So normal bullets can actually sort of rip through those, but not like it can still defend against normal bullets. But the 25 is a nice one. It's not good. It's not great against tanks, but it's okay. Like it basically, small arms aren't going to be able to get through this particular armor. So getting that there is good. And we've got the gauze machine gun on this thing as well. We're going to be able to upgrade this again once we start to get different types of sort of higher grade machine guns and things. So anyway, that one's sort of working out well. So that one just gives me a lot more firepower with these crossbillies. So we only started to build these, and we've got they've now got 18% field testing so far. They've been doing a lot of good work. Anti-tank gun, got good structural design there. We haven't built any of these yet, so we'll have to wait until we start to sort of see see what comes in against us. The artillery is actually relatively good. Actually, structural design, they're terrible. We might have to. I think we were redoing those. Actually, I thought we were going to. I think we may be in the process of redesigning these. I think. I can't remember. The Crusaders, we've got, and again, if we just go back into the quality, we've made the first one obsolete. This one here, you can see there the combat rating is actually lower than the buggy. The buggy has actually got a higher rating. I made a bit of a mistake with this armor, but I'm not going to change it just now. You can even see visually, like this one has got side skirts over the side of the tracks, whereas this one doesn't have that. You will sort of see it in through here where it's. I went with instead of going with a howitzer gun, I went with a high velocity gun, and I really shouldn't have done that. I should have gone with a howitzer. The difference between that is that the howitzer gun will be great against infantry, whereas the high velocity gun is good against tanks. And so I sort of built these thinking that I'm going to be mainly using them against tanks, but I should have waited until I had medium tanks before I did that. I think we've upped the abilities in through here, but it's not really all that great, to be honest. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. Anyway, that's okay. So German Walking saying that's counter to real life. Well, these are sort of like, these are just more explosive, and then these are armor piercing, basically, is the way this sort of works. That's just if you think of it in those terms. Anyway, the combat rating there would be better if I had made a howitzer gun, I think, for what we could then go and do. We do have some of these in the field as well. We've actually got like a full-on group of these. And so these are good protection. We've increased the steel plating up to 50 as well. And then armoured transport, we've got access to these, but we haven't actually built any of those. So that's sort of where we are with the models. The leaders, we've got a fair few good leaders. If you go to the capability levels here, we've got Cause Lord is a director of the Economic Council at level 5, so which is awesome. Sev in through here is the director of the military research at level 4. The governor of Dasburg is actually level 4 as well, which may sort of seem like a waste, but because we're building tall, I need to have someone really, really good quality in that position, just to be able to really look after the city. So I'm happy with that. Foreign Affairs Council is Boland at this stage, although we did have a message about that one. So as you know, Boland is going to be placed across, I think, if we have a quick look at Boland's abilities. So Boland has got covert ops there of 39. So in the war score, if we have a bit of a look, because the foreign affairs is like all we need for foreign affairs. Excuse me. If I just go back into the command skills and put on covert ops, we'll see there that in reality the best one that we have is going to be is Boland by an absolute mile. So I want him in charge of the spies, and we've just got the spy network coming in now. So we've got covert ops. We've then got the interpersonal skills, and so there's things like diplomacy. You can see there Boland was in charge of the Foreign Affairs Council. He's probably the highest there. But we can actually look at a few of the others there as well if they don't have it won't matter that much. What else is required there? Things like oratory and stuff is more for other things. But diplomacy, the Foreign Affairs Council, I think I'm just going to have to put somebody else in that role basically, and just be done with it. So if we just go back to our capability levels again and look at these. We've got Staff Council has been put into place. The Interior Council is a level 3. We've got Sabrina, which is also a level 3, reserve pool member. So what is she good at? See, she's already got diplomacy there as well as a starting point. So she can go into the foreign affairs. So she can actually become the foreign affairs person. So she's 62, but yeah, that'll be good, actually, getting her in there. The others I won't worry about. All right, let's leave that one there. Profiles, we're sort of we're pushing, we're meritocracy at this stage, so we're sort of pushing this one across. Commerce is sort of doing fairly well. We've actually been able to move a fair way down this way, and we've both heart and mind have certainly sort of pushed forward into this other side as well. So we've got a few different things actually happening. Our collective groups sort of are ranged, like meritocracy isn't as strong as what I was hoping for the different groups. You can see there meritocracy, we're at level 6 in meritocracy, so we're at this point now, so we get this regime feat. The next one, when do we get that one? In 3 rounds, we get the next level here. Because we're in a meritocracy, we just keep on sort of getting the higher and higher level bits and pieces, which gives us other special cards. Tech level, we've sort of done fairly well with tech now. We're sort of moving across and expanding out into other areas. We're trying to sort of push into maybe getting this sort of polymer armor and stuff would be great. To get that one there, we just need to have 3 designed. We've got 2 designed in here so far. So we might just pop one of them and just get one of them so we can ultimately get this one as well, like to get that into the mix. Other things we're trying to get at this point in time is there's some things in here that wouldn't be bad to get hold of. The advanced sensors, cluster bombs would be good. The quad machine gun would be great. Charged gauze, small arms would be great as well. This would give us a bit of a chance to then sort of re-look at different bits and pieces, I guess. We've got applied engineering, which can be, we don't actually have an applied engineering person at this stage. So we've got the combat armor though, that was the important thing for us. So now we're sort of just going through and sort of getting other bits and pieces really. So if we go into, with the types in through here as well, so we're sort of trying to find the medium tank at this stage. The bazooka, we haven't even got that yet. That's going to be important as well, actually, to get hold of this one. So the model design council needs to start to do more of this sort of stuff. Medium aircraft would be good to get as well. Not so much for now, but for a bit later on. But the medium tank, I can make that into a tank killer and actually just apply a couple of those across to the different groups. And blueprint-wise, we've made a few different blueprints. The APC, we've actually sort of set one up. This is the easiest way to design your stuff. The light tank, I did do that. I should have done this. That should have been what we ended up doing. So, but I did do the high velocity gun in through there. So you can see down through there, when I do click the 40mm there, the soft attack goes up dramatically. And that's probably what we need to be doing. It still has a good hard attack there at 205, whereas if I go to the high velocity gun at 40mm there, the hard attack goes up to 400, which I think at this early stage is overkill. I really do need to get the soft attacks up. So that would be what we'd sort of be wanting. I might just leave that on that howitzer. We will be wanting that one at some point. And then the recon buggy design as well, with the Gauss machine gun, 25mm, and the medium diesel engine. Sort of, that seemed to be sort of their sweet spot. This is by far the easiest way to design equipment. Like you can see all of the parameters in one go. This should be the only way that you do it, to be honest. The game shouldn't default to the other one. There's a few things in the game that are a bit clunky. It is designed only by one person, but it's things like that I think would be helpful. If we go back to the map again, go back to our decisions. So we do want Boland for the Secret Service Council, which is going to open up the Foreign Affairs Council. The reason, actually, I'm just going to grab a small drink of water. I'll be right back. Now, the reason that he can actually he can apply for what he thinks is the job that better suits him is because we're a meritocracy, and so we can actually have him come into these roles. So that's in this case, there's really no this is, if we were any other type of government, that wouldn't happen. We'd have to then sort of shuffle them out, shuffle them in. But he's actually sort of, oh, okay, Secret Service Council, I'm good at that. Let me go. So we're going to appoint him into that role. So he goes into that role. Next turn, he will then vacate his position, and we'll then get somebody else next turn. So we'll just go okay with that one. The Interior Council task priorities, I'm just going to keep that where that is, I think. So we'll just leave this one. This is no changes there. And Secret Service Council, now this one is where we need to then sort of figure out what we're going to then be going and doing. So we have different fields, and I think that just keeping it on 33 1/3% is fine. So basically just equalise this one. Active field operation priority change. So this is spying operations and internal security. Yeah, let's just leave it all nicely balanced. So we'll just go and confirm that one. And then we have set order of battle authorization. So we've actually got, this is William Cryopath. He's the director of the Staff Council. I should go through what some of these different things do. But in this case, he has got, would you like to confirm or change our current order of battle or operational target? the armor army. So we're trying to get the light armor army to actually sort of to be what we actually go for. But we do have now available the heavy machine gun infantry army is something we can then go and do, where we end up with a much more defensive infantry group. They're both really, really good. So and they do cost bureaucratic points. And so maybe before I do this one, I'll talk a little bit about how this works. And this is probably a good example of how different things actually work in the game. When we come back across, if I go back to overviews, this just gives me all of the most important information in a snapshot. The word score is important just in terms of sort of keeping your word. It sort of then does allow the population to be more supportive of you. The word score is still shifty and hasn't really sort of changed away from that one. But we need to. Your word score helps you to make believable promises. So we need to keep that one high. Over through here we are meritocracy level 6. We saw that before in the when we went to the profiles, or not the profiles, the political aspect. Tech level is slightly under the other one was 5.5. We're 5.46. Admin level is high at 7.9, and civilization level is high at 5.5. Next turn, the bureaucratic points. These are really important. So the bureaucratic points is and we received a lot of these. This is the main currency to win the game. You need a lot of these, and we've got a lot of these. So we end up getting a lot of these coming. The political points per turn, we're getting 28 of those per turn, but we are going to get a reduction in our bureaucratic points. So we end up, and the reason for that is that as we get bigger, we get less bonus points. So that's what that will be happening through there. The credits as well are going down by a massive amount. Now, this can be one-off things. That's a lot of... if you start turn credits there, there could also be trading. It may have accounted for trading. I've got 1,400 at the moment. Let's just see what actually happens. Prestige damage, yeah, that's okay. Income taxes at 40%. We can't really go higher than that. It's going to make everyone unhappy. Sales taxes at 0. We might try to increase that one. Customized points is this is the number of customizing points for your faction formation types. This is actually done by the staff council. So they're getting 132 basically coming in of those customization points to build new structures for the military. Then we've got revolutionary, momentum, etc., etc. If we go back down into the income report, which is all to do with the bureaucracy, not about the finances. So where is that? Got urgent issues. Might just have a quick look and see what they are. Don't worry too much about those. Personnel, factions, overview, demand. Feats and bonuses, technology. It's not going to really help us all that much. Formation types. So these are the various formations that we actually have. The orders of battle. The models overview, again, just what we've actually got, which we've already had a bit of a look at. The treasury cash flow. This is actually the money side of things. Should be an income one. Where is that? Organisations. These are the different organisations we've got. So if we go into the model design, the staff council overview, we see that they've got like certain things where they split the bureaucratic points. Actually, there should be a thing that shows me where they split them up into. Empire. Oh, there it is. Empire budget. It's the second one down. The Empire budget is all about the bureaucratic points, and so they get a percentage of the total amount. And so the more councils you have, the less bureaucratic points they have to spend. And so this is fairly healthy for all of these. So they've actually got they've got a reasonably high amount of bureaucratic points coming in to allow them to do their different jobs. So the Supreme Command Council gives me political points and also just gets general strat cards. The Economic Council does discovery research. So it's actually it's trying to sort of get VidCon broadcasting so we can improve the quality of life of our people, prospecting and also economic policy. So it's looking a little bit in here for more metals and things. The staff council is sort of looking after the After, so we've got discovery, operate. This is one that we're sort of trying to get the orders of battle, like the different types of groups. And so at the moment, we're trying to get the light armor army. It's only at 16% at investment at this stage, but we will actually try to get more and more of this. We're also going to have discovery of the different bureaucratic, the different orders of battle as well coming back through. So that's what this card here is when we go back into this card. It's we either keep the light armor army or we go now for the heavy machine gun. We've just discovered that one. Let's just keep this target, just so we can actually get like an actual armor army. And I'll just go back across to the reports. So that's what the Staff Council's doing. The military research is either discovering or either rediscovering tech or researching tech. At this stage, we're discovering tech, so we should actually check to see. They've got discovery investment is at 395 at this stage. The what about this one here? Is at 20. This one actually is researching. These two here, the Economic Council and the Military Research Council. We do need to be mindful of that they can find things, and I'm pretty sure we've got things he can discover. So we're looking for specific stuff. At the moment, we've got no research target. Everything is being pumped into the discovery just to get further ahead. Model design at this stage, we've got discovery, so we're trying to find more models rather than actually build them at this point in time. They're only getting 12% of the budget, which is actually okay. Foreign affairs, we don't have a real lot going on in there, but that will be okay. So they've just got major diplomacy and against for minors as well. We haven't really sort of done much with that. Interior Council gives us the taxation, human resources, and Secret Service will then give us the spies, which will then sort of start to come in now that we've got a council in there that will then sort of work that one through. Anyway, that's sort of where we are with the game. I'll just move this one out as well. One thing I like to do is just press the L key and get the logistics, just so I can see where I'm pushing the efforts. We're pushing the efforts down this way. Looks like we just built a road at the end of the last session. And a lot of them have run out. I think we might have just killed the queen at the end of the last run there. We have a force which is just keeping everything along this border sort of in control. There is actually bits of gaps where some of these arachnids may try to run through, in which case we will have to try to plug more gaps. If I just press the number 1 key, it hides these guys. I want to be on defensive locations. These two hills here are where I've got troops. And so this troop here, for example, which has got arachnids nearby, has, if we have a look at the 3rd Light Infantry, will be entrenched here at 100. So it basically doubles their ability to defend by being in the hills there. This one out through here is in mountains. He's at 125. This one's at 180. He is on hill again. So we just need to try to get the hills, if we have a look at these are low mountains. Is that the same? Yeah, this is low mountains, grassy, low mountains, no vegetation. If we have a quick look and see what we go on with in through here, when we look at the troop type is infantry, and then we've got the attack modifier in low mountains is 0, defense modifier is 0, but then we've got the entrenchment can go up to 200. So he's only just moved into that position. So he's only just got there. This one is the maximum they can get to is 200. This one is close to 200, so it's actually getting very, very close now. And this one here is at 140. So these are just digging in, but he's only just arrived. This one here in these low mountains as well has only just arrived. These high mountains. These ones here, when they first arrive, is only 125, which is what his entrenchment is, and it can go up to 250. So just by keeping them, I'll be wanting to get rid of the other arachnids as early as I can, and then switch across with some of the units that we actually have. So we'll just need to, like, this is now the active, this is where we're actively fighting. We have got this thing sort of surrounded. I don't know if we can actually move in there. If I just go back into move and then just go and click on this one here. Oops, hang on, right click. One's at 1.2. These are, it's got the 2 oranges there up to 2.6 and then 3.1 if I bring that one in as well. I don't think I'll bother. it's not going to be able to run in. There's not a real lot of damage it can do anywhere, and we've got a couple of units just protecting the borders against the mutants. All right, let's just end our turn here. We want these mainly for defence. These infantry. If we've got tanks and things around us, then they should be. I mean, that one there. Yeah, we've got poor odds there. Yeah, I'll just cancel that as well. These can be very, very tricky. Getting these guys killed, but by killing off their queen, that stops them from growing. Now, sorry, I'm missing a lot of the comments here, guys. So I'll just read those. Actually, I'll just watch and see what happens with these attacks. Oh, I don't like them on the border. Like, they're friendly, but I don't like them there. They could actually decimate us if they decided to get aggressive. Oh, look at that. The Arachnids they're streaming back again. Okay, now they didn't attack us. Okay, I bought a crony CEO for 500 credits. And Torin White Day, the governor of Dasburg, says, I, White Day, want to be a better person. A great nation doesn't need ambitious bastards or egocentrics. To serve is the greatest reward possible. But what is most important? I'm not sure what that will then lead to. So we discovered a new tech, the turboprop engine. So by supercharging the airflow, we could be able to improve on the regular propeller engine. This is the Military Research Council guy. So you can see that we've got the, so we can get sort of like better engines. Vidcom Broadcasting has been researched now as well. That's good. And admin level has risen to level 8. Only Fate Pack, okay, so this is now, only Fate Pack on tech difficulty increase on regular difficulty plus. So hang on, only Fate Pack on tech. Yeah, okay, that's all right. Your organisation created 4 new stratagems. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. 3 new ones there. Right. 4 decisions. Anyway, let's go through. I'll just go through the comments, guys. I'm sorry I've sort of been a bit remiss about looking at those. So, hi Sev, how are you going? Is there armoured bugs? Yes, there are. We have got. I'll go through those in a minute because we have to now figure out the best way of tackling those. Yeah, so Sev is saying that this is the campaign where the spiders are blocking him from expansion, and he has a neighbour AI major that is growing big. Yes, just biding its time to suddenly turn hostile. That's what I'm fearful of. Because they're militaristic, they will turn aggressive very, very quickly, even though we're trying everything we can to be friendly with them. So you're saying meritocracy kind of starts rolling once you get all the bonuses to officer quality. Then you start drowning in 3s. Okay, yep. So Incognito is saying early is more important. Early is more infantry and light vehicles is with a question mark. So yes, yeah, pretty much. Early, you're not going to be having the armor armies against you in the early start. So anti-armor is not critical in the early part of the game. It's more the anti-infantry is really what you need. So you need to get your big defences group set up. The machine guns actually are great for doing that. So they do a very, very good job of defending against infantry attacks. CS Hager saying you'll be making infantry or game. You never have enough units for how large your border is effectively. Pretty much, yeah. Is this real world settings? I'm not sure. It's based on planetology. Like I know that Vic actually really enjoys finding out information about how planets are formed and what the likelihoods of different types of things are. And so he's made the game with all of that built in. I don't know if that answers the question. Hi Astor Blaster, how are you going? And the Incognito is then sort of saying those guys are doing the Starship Troopers defence on the hills. Exactly, yeah. So using the hills for defence. We can build defences, but I don't think I'll worry about that so much. So in Hi Boland, how you going? Did my nudge work again? I'm not sure what nudge you mean. So Turboprop could even design first half useful fighters with that tech. Yeah, yep. And I think with the turboprop as well, I think we'll see what we can get with it. Actually, we may be able to design something quite nice. We have very, very good range, and like once I get sort of helicopters running, that's going to mean that I don't have to use airfields to actually keep them in the field, which actually would really make things really, really dramatically good. Okay, Sevis is saying, you could always name it the BF-109. So well, helicopters aren't that far off with what we're getting as well. So I know that we're sort of looking at aircraft there, but I would like to extend out beyond beyond what we need there. So Bolan is saying, when you mentioned a TOE in Warhammer 40k Battle Sector, I applied the Shadow Empire again soon, maybe. Yeah, I was playing that yesterday, Battle Sector. That's a great game. God, that's good. So what is the tallest life? Yeah, we did that one before, and so we just go. Hellscraft is saying, unfortunately, the Queen can respawn after a while. Oh, Canada didn't realise that. Oh well, we're going to be trying to finish them off. You can get you got a hefty penalty to the solar panel production because of the zone circumstances and governor. Not sure if next turn prediction might be accurate considering all of that. Yeah, the first turn, if we have a bit of a look, we are going up slightly. So the prediction was accurate. Water is still going down fairly dramatically, but I do actually have a little bit up my sleeve with that. So water is hydroponics will be important for us. So we're going to need to start to incorporate those. Fuel we've now run out of. So we're now going to need to stop moving and just build up the fuel reserves. We can have up to 3,700 storage there. Yeah, we've got the two mines in through here. This one is now finished. Yeah, construction just finished there. This is going to start pumping in the actual fuel. Food is still okay. Metals we've got heaps of, which is great. Industry points we've got heaps of as well. This is good. This is really cool. So I could maybe just go with more infantry. Just get another infantry group, which doesn't cost any sort of. It doesn't cost any fuel. We've got good amounts of ammo. So the ammo factory is working well. And again, we've now reduced the numbers of troops we get. We get some bonus troops every turn as well. We do have a nice lot of colonists now to go and build another city somewhere. And we've got good rare metals, 6 machines. Yep, everything's looking pretty good here. Bond saying, a review oil derricks production limited from early game. They're all just basically level 1 at this stage. So they're just oil drill number 1. And it's more just, I don't mind holding on for a little bit. Like we've got another one there. That's just a level 1 there as well. Got 16,000 there. 75,000 here is great. So that's actually, we've got a heap of oil there. So it's going to keep us going all game. This one here is 25,000. I mean, again, with these, I could up this one here if I wanted to. In fact, with what we have, if we go and build at this location, just go. I mean, this is again. The further away we get from here, the more we then have to make sure that there's not something that comes in and sort of destroys a location. So we want to be really managing things pretty close to home. If we go and have a bit of a look and maybe upgrade this one here. So if I go into the, in fact, what I can do is I can just go and click on this and have a bit of a look to see what we get. So at level 1 it produces 500 fuel. Level 2 is 1,000 fuel. So if I end up with, in fact, it just goes up by 500 per group. So every location is going to have the same impact. So if I build this one here, it's going to be 2 rounds. It's exactly the same. It's a little bit less worker points for level 2. So it requires less workers to work this. That's the only real benefit. And I'm just thinking, do I claim this as well, just so I've got like a more diverse thing? But I am concerned about the build up here. Like I'm really concerned about that. I think we'll make this into a level 2. So if we just go back into construction and go into mining. So we've got the oil drilling facility level 2. 2 rounds, I can certainly afford that. So that's not too bad at all. It's going to go 50 energy per round. Actually, how does that work? Let's have a quick look and see. Is that working better? 50. Yeah, no, it's more than double. It's more than double. So we use more energy, but for less workers, which isn't bad. If we then upgrade our energy. So top one is mothballed. You're right. I can just activate this one again. Oh, well, let's do that. Thank you. Thanks, Boland. Okay, so that's yeah. So okay, we weren't relying on it. I think we had maxed out oil at one point. Okay, that's good. That makes sense as to why we've gone through it so quickly with hardly any of those sorts of units. If I've got anything to spend at the end of this turn, I will get another infantry group. I think another machine gun team just to plug more of the gaps through here, just to sort of keep things, just to keep security up. We do have a mountain range in through here. We've got another point there, which is a good one for us to sort of keep hold of. So we can sort of extend across in through here. The sand is not great for defending. So if we go back into the sand, you can see there it's only got a 50 maximum entrenchment there of 50, whereas the rocky plains have got a maximum entrenchment there of 100. So the sands are not great to be defending. The grassy plains have only got 75 as well. So it's the rocky plains. It's these sorts of areas through here that are going to be the ones that we're going to be wanting to be defending, and then across into the hills. So we might look at trying to get just a machine gun group back in, like just as a basic defense through here, and maybe sort of extending down to these ruins. So we do actually have the oil inside the ruins there. Again, very, very good defensive. So we could set up a second line. Just to sort of keep them and have them just sitting there, because that is then going to that will be good. I mean, we have to give them food really, but that's it at that point once we actually get those things built. And we've got heaps and heaps of men. So the recruits we have are just through the ceiling here. We could also use them to take on these guys. We could just get a group of infantry to move across this way. Orange, like I wouldn't mind trying to. I mean, we could even sort of try to stretch a new group down into here, and then free up these two to allow them to move across this way, to sort of plug the gap there. Release this orange one here to allow it to go and fight back over here. So we'll sort of leave that one going. There's a build-up of arachnids there. Now, actually, there was a question there about the different types of arachnids, and we can see down through here, this is Zeminar territory. These are the arachnid swarm. Another one has come out through here, and could now race forward anywhere through here. So we do actually have a bit of a problem with these. This one here, if we have a look at this arachnid, has entrenched at 100. Yeah, we might have to go back and sort of bounce back out again at this one here, just to dislodge it with either tanks or with the armoured cars. The armoured cars do a good job. So this arachnid here, to have a bit of a look at this one, these have got 293 hit points back in through here is the way it sort of works. It doesn't defend. It's got a very high attack against infantry, and but it defends only basically at half that rate. So it's got poor defense but high attack. And similarly, when we have a look at the hard attacks, these are against hard attack, hard defense, and so versus tanks, they actually have a lot worse rate than anything else, pretty much. So using our armoured cars to get rid of these guys is actually something we could go and do. We could actually move these up and get them ready. If you have a bit of a look further down through here as well, so that's the basic arachnid, and then the only other one we can see through here are the defendrixes, which are stronger again, like a lot more hit points, a lot better defense, back and through this other side. And so these have got the opposite. These are better at defending. It's a really heavily plated and super sturdy cast of arachnid. And there's about 4 or 5 different types. I forget what the other ones actually are, but there's some that end up becoming like big soldier arachnids as well. Saying I think it's best just to burn this world. That's interesting. So actually, let's just go back across. Energy I do need to get on top of in a big way. And I can place energy like on top of any of these spots. Do we do that? Let's have a look at the energy assets. The solar panels again. So we get better results every time we build on top. I mean, we're not doubling it from there, but from there to there we more than double. And then like it's basically double there, and then it starts to not be as much, but we still get a big increase, more so than just building another one with 50. Eventually, I'm going to be wanting to get another location. Do we start that now? Maybe we start that now with some solar panels, and so we'll build the next city around solar panels. And if we have a bit of a look, if I just press number 1, there's nothing much in here. We do have rocky plains in here, which does allow us to defend a little bit. This one here, we're getting a little bit of extra research bonuses. If we don't want to be building in the sand. Or do we? We don't want to be building in the hills either. It's too expensive to build roads into it. So there's really nothing much out here. But I want to be like the admin. Like you get a bonus. It costs you administration to be building too far away. If I built this one here, for example, this metal mine. It would be more than, I think it's about 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like anything within 6 of a city won't have to pay an administration fee. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that one's just on 6 there. These are sort of within range of Dasburg, so we don't need another city there. But if I build anything down in here, it's going to then end up being more than 6 away from Dasburg. So this one may be where we build another city, or we continue the road across and build another one down in here and start to use this. It's going to be a little bit more dangerous. That's tundra. Again, hardly any entrenchment. This rocky plains here, we do get 100 entrenchment there. But we've also got it there. And these are both about the same distance away. I don't really want to be building in the sand dunes. This is a full-on sand dunes, 50 there. And then this one here, just sand plains, 50 as well. So we end up, these sand dunes, there's no... motorized and tanks actually do have an attack modifier against them. So building in the sand dunes here can be okay. If we have a look at the rocky plains, there's no impediment to tanks being able to attack a location. So maybe building it on top of this massive sand dune would be interesting. We could do that. Sort of in the middle of everything, and we do get the whoops, hang on, where are we? We do get that the motorized and tanks at negative 60% for their attacks. Would give us like a bit of a native defense if we had to do it. It's not good against infantry, but it would be good against sort of mid game, late game armies. Just the entrenchment is so low. Don't know. So what should we do here? Ooh, I'm sort of thinking I wouldn't mind building a another city. I don't know if that's, or do we just go back to here and just, at least that way we're sort of pretty close. Yeah, pretty close. let's do our decisions first and figure out what's going on. So, yeah, we've got like these different guys in through here. If I sort of go and attack them, you can see we've got reasonable odds against this Defendrix, but I won't do that just yet. We'll just get more and more of these in there. And we'll just do our decisions, see what we've got. So self-improvement, these are national decisions. So I don't want to be a better person, yeah, blah, blah, blah. So so we can be more altruistic. Everyone likes that one.
Aye, sir.
So we'll just go and do that. And motion that the meritocracy, I hate these. I absolutely hate these. You've got so little control over this. I really wish these weren't in the game. Like, these really ship me off. The Merchant Society has passed a motion that the meritocracy profile is to be raised from the current 44 to 51. I'm going to accept it because I've got no choice. If I refuse it, it pisses off the government. And if I accept it, so if I refuse a motion, so take an immediate word, profile, and faction relation penalty. So we have to now guess that we may get some instances where we can potentially increase the meritocracy profile from 44 to 51. The game may not give us anything, which means that these are such a pain in the ass, these things. But I'm going to accept it. So it increases their happiness by 2 points. This is the new director of the Foreign Affairs Council. Now we do actually have we've got these are the two candidates actually. So this one here is also reserve pool. What are you? You're only cap 2. Yep, that's okay. We'll just exit out of that one. So you're in, and this one's a cap 3. So this one will increase the skills better. This one's also got incredible technical skills and invention skills. Not that we can make use of that anymore. I'll just appoint her, Sabrina. And so she needs. So she'll now become involved with the Foreign Affairs. The Economic Council research objective. So we've now got a few different things here. Let's have a quick look and see what this one here. We can now go for the power plant, the water soil recomposition. This allows you to gain water from the lithosphere. It's a difficult process, but always possible since all rocks have elemental hydrogen and oxygen in at least some quantities. I don't know if I want that at this stage. So if we just go back across into the reports, and sorry, not the reports, the management screen, and then have a quick look at the tech levels that we have. So she has anything that's yellow with EC is something that she can then go and do. So she can only do the power plant and the water soil recomposition. That's not terrible. By getting that one, we then open up to be able to potentially get polymer armor with this one through here, synthetic fuel, serpentization. So what does that one do? This one allows you to trigger chemical recomposition under high pressure, and we can make that into energy. Methane, and then we also have metal soil filtration, so we can gain metals through that, which we don't really need. But militarily, I would love to get the polymer armor. So there's a fair few good things in through here as well, and the lightweight ammo, not really critical, but this one will allow us to do different things. So advanced chemistry is a good one for us, but we need the Military Research Council for doing that one through there. Military research-wise, the guided RPG is not terrible. Rocketry is also on this world is sort of okay, but we probably won't bother going that way. Now we've got the turboprop and we've got the helicopter engine we can go and get as well. So these are all military. Yeah, so at the moment we're still just getting the military, trying to get to find these other things. So we're not actually researching that one. I think we get this one here to open this up. So I think we'll go that way. And just go into water soil recomposition, make that the new target for research. Once we get 3, that then opens up the possibility of getting the other one. Okay, so fuel will start to go back up again fairly soon. We'll just let everything build up just for a little bit of time, and then we'll go and kill off these. This other one at the top here is a bit of a concern. I don't know if it will get very far. But do we want to build anything else at this stage? Energy we do need to get on top of. I might build another energy just here, I think. Just a new one. Because we can then sort of start to... oh, actually, no, sorry, we're going to do it down here, weren't we? That's right. Where we were going to start this. So I'm going to be building this around one of these. Actually, what's the cost to be building the rail? We've got road construction there is cheapish. So in that case, it's like only 20 road construction cost there. If we have a look at the hills, this is why we don't really want to be doing it in the hills, is the road construction cost there is 160, and the mountains is even worse. This is 320. So even just going through a couple of little hills like this is actually really hard with rail. But across the sand, this is all fine, just 20. So the action point cost there of road construction there of 20, which essentially is not really a big issue. So once we do get sort of rail networks, we'll be able to then sort of move down. I think we might move on top of this sand dune. So we'll just go back into road construction. If I just press the R key and just go into dirt road and just move it to there. Oops, hang on. Dirt road. Right click. All right, and then press escape. So we have that road there. Then let's just go and build. So we'll just go into construction, and it will build the solar panel at this location. It's just going to be 2 rounds. I've got everything I need for it. So start construction, and then we'll make this into an actual into a new zone. I can create a new zone straight away, but let's build it up a little bit first. So let's not do that one just yet. So we'll start construction. But if we did that one, we essentially are creating a town around this particular location.
Aye, aye, sir.
So we'll just start there. We've still got units in around here as well anyway. This is fine. So we'll just build it on top of that sand dune. Now the other bits and pieces, I'm a bit concerned about this arachnid here. I'm not sure how far away it will move. But I think we'll go and just get ourselves another infantry group. Now, I'm going to have to build them at home and then move them off, because if we look at the logistics, we don't actually have much logistics around through these different roads at this stage. We may have to even look at that as well. But let's just go into this other side and just go into raised formation. And so we're going to be wanting to have an independent battalion, with an OHQ. And so in this case, back at home, we can only get 50%. And the reason for that is the industry. We don't have enough industry points. All right, so let's actually wait. We can technically get this one, because if you got 50%, you can actually then go and do it. Logistics-wise, we're fine. I won't start it though. Let's just go back out. Cancel. So we don't have enough industry points. How much can we store up? 3,800. What about getting industry up and running? We're at industry 2 at the moment. Industry 3 will go from 200 to 450. Now we've got a lot of metal. We can do that one. Industrial points. We've got enough machines for that as well. That would be great. That would be really, really good. Okay, so let's just keep that one off for now, and then we might set that one up actually. Not just yet. We'll see how we go with military wise. Actually, keep on pressing the WASD keys. I've got to stop doing that. We'll just leave everything where it is at this point in time, and end our turn again. away from us a little bit, which is good. What's that arachnid up there? Okay, they've moved back. Okay, they're not attacking us. Okay, I've bought a monument as an asset for 500 credits. And we've got to discover a new tech, advanced sensors. So using these new techs on it for our binoculars and sensors will probably increase the recon points of our troops, which is very, very important. Very important, actually. So that's good. And we've discovered a new model type, the medium tank. Great. Okay, so we've now got a new. This is the one that we probably want to really have as the anti-tank weapon. I'm sort of now tempted to make this into the howitzer weapon, and just leave the small tanks as anti-tank. All right, that's good. The embassy. Pay attention. Okay, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so we need to find things that will improve what we have. Let's just have a look at this one through here. We've got national decisions, a law vote. So in this case, enact the military disciplinary law. So on the initiative of the Merchant Society, the Senate is holding a vote whether to enact the military disciplinary law. Here runs will not fight today. Using disciplinary measures will stop our soldiers from fleeing the battlefield. Now I'm just going to go and lean back. I don't really care what they do. Yeah, they're all like there's. It should be enough to carry this one. I'll just lean back and let it happen. It was enacted, so the votes aren't 100%, but they're there's nothing much we can really do with that one. Now the model design. This is one of these things where we can just keep on waiting for them to discover more models, and I think I will actually. I think I'll just let them. Look, we've now got the medium tank, which I can sort of now start to go and build. And again, I can either go and start development in here and do it, or now that I've got it, I can go back to my management screen, go to blueprints, and go straight down to medium tank, and actually just set it up in here. So I can just go into new blueprint, and you can see we've got a few more different sorts of guns. So we can certainly do a lot more damage here. If we use this one here, you can see the soft attack goes way, way up. And if we went with the heavy diesel, the weight is still too much for what we actually have. The engine power is only 400, but the weight is 820. Even bringing that one down, the double diesel. We need better engines, basically. So this one here is still not viable, really, with what we have. So it's not going to change the weight all that much. It's more just the firepower there. So I don't think I'll worry about this one. We'll just sort of leave that one I'll just leave it where it's just not really viable, and just we'll come back to it. I can delete this blueprint, but I'll just leave it where it is. Okay, back to the map. So I'm going to not do anything here, just so that they go back and try to find more profiles. Like more of the actual model types. What else do we have there? If we go back to the types, the helicopter. What do we need for that one there? You need to have mastered helicopter engine. I might go and start to. I might research that one actually when we get the chance. Should have had that chance, I think. Report, organisations, military research. Now we've discovered this one here. I might actually change this one, so let's go and call that one in, because at the moment he's putting everything into discovery. All the bureaucratic points are going into discovery. Let's go and call him and change his research priorities. So we've got, these are all the different things. We've got gas-powered small arms, we've got rocketry, radiation filters, guided RPG, advanced sensors, mines. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we can do. The helicopter engine. I might just get a couple of these things.
Yes,
let's go and grab that one, so we can start to try to find get helicopters, which would be nice. and because they will be viable, and that will then help us with scouting as well, and we'll get the advanced sensors as well. I think the advanced sensors is like an automatic upgrade across everything. I think it just helps. Now moving back down, this is good. So we're now thumping through this. We've got like a heap coming back in. I will actually just reduce the amount that we're doing. Let's just put it down to 50% production now that we've got so much of it in both those instances. And I could even just keep this one going because it's got so much. I might make that 100% and just mothball this one again. So we'll just sort of have this one not actually activate. Okay, we are building things, so we'll just keep those where they are. Energy-wise, this is really bad. I think we'll actually just go and set up and... well, actually, no, we are building the new energy down in here. These guys have come in a bit closer now. So let's go and deal with these. These are Defendrixes, which we're going to need tanks for. So if we have a look, we've only got, I think, 2 groups of tanks. I don't know if we've got 3. No, I've only got the 2. They've now moved back out of here. There's one group in there. Let's just keep them sort of where they are. The mutants are keeping them sort of at bay. Just move this one down. Just move these across. That's a group that's been isolated. These are this is the Eurothor Imperium. These are probably going to be struggling here. They will have a little bit of extra food, but they shouldn't have. If we have a quick look and see, we can't see their supplies. We don't know what they're doing, but they should be basically dying. They've been isolated. Now these are just artillery. We'll leave that one there. Move that one around there. So we won't attack just yet. We'll just wait for the next turn, and then we'll be able to attack this one in the sand. So this group has got no entrenchment at this point in time, but we've now got this one surrounded. We've still got the line through here. I'll just keep that one where that is. It's only maximum entrenchment there of 50, so it's not great. I should probably protect that a little bit. Let's just leave that where that is. Leave that line where that is as well. Yeah, energy-wise, well, we'll get this thing up and built, and then we'll start to sort of build other things into here as well, and then make a zone out of it once we sort of get a few things in there. So we'll just leave that one where that is. I don't think there's much else we can do this turn. They've tried to move out. I don't like them moving those armies around. There's a lot of units there. Arachnids moving down through there as well. Okay, so social cultural services. This is he's sort of getting good things for the city, which is great. Let's go to a new order of battle, the Mechanized Light Infantry Army. This is too expensive for us at the moment, but it's good that they're finding these different orders of battle. Receive 4 new political stratagems. We can build our own as well. We can design our own groups, which we will do with the medium tanks. Probably end up trying to do something a bit different with those medium tank groups. That's all okay. This is the political pack that we sort of saw Whoops, again, I keep on pressing WASD, and it doesn't work. Ooh, look at this build-up. So they're just as likely to start to now push across. There's a lot built up on this mountain. And again, we've got a little bit of protection across there. Okay, let's kill this thing off. Now, if we just go in purely with the armor, we can get really. Actually, that's actually even less odds. Why is that? There one because these aren't really suitable because we designed the wrong one. We've got 5-to-1 odds if we just use armored cars. If I throw one of these in, this one here, we're going to get better surrounding. Like if you have a look at the moment, we've got a concentric attack there of 60. If I click on that one through there, it's only a plus 40, but the odds go up. If I go and grab this one in here, it goes back down again. So I'm better off just doing that. So let's go and hit this one. Attack.
Weapons free. Mission successful.
Yep, that's good. And so they can't really fight back against the armor that we have on these things. They're not going to be anywhere near as powerful. And so we've killed off that little group, which is good. That's now secures a lot of what we have in around here. A bigger group back over this other side. So we're seeing just normal arachnids. We've still got the defendrixes in through there. We know that there's actually higher level groups as well. Just keep on moving up. I'll leave the tanks where they are. Oh, here we go. So this is the champion level. So these are these don't defend all that well. Champions are almost the size of a queen, but dedicates itself to warfare. It's a really strong offensive unit that acts like a tip of a spear for any arachnid stampede, leading the spiders to victory. But if we can get the attack in ourselves, we do a lot of damage there. So it's considered to be a walker in terms of what it does do. Again, if we're dug in here at 45, there's nothing much we can dig into this other one. So I think I'll just leave that one where that is. These can move up. This one's dug in at only 40. Let's keep on pushing the border up, I think. I'd like to release this. We do have the whirlwinds in here, so we do get a bit of defense. Let's keep on pushing this back as well. Okay. These aren't going to be able to defend all that well against, this sort of stuff. I think I might just do this. I'd be surprised if they can fight back all that much, or they did. They got rid of one of our armored guys. They all ran away, so we didn't get to destroy anything, and we lost one of our units. Just push back a little bit here. Okay, so with that done, just better go and check our replacement troops. So we've got 300 infantry, we've got 200 machine guns, we don't have any buggies. We're going to be using these a bit, so I'll get, say, 4 of those, produce those. And we might get ourselves a light armor as well. Just in reserve, just so that if they attack us and we take losses, we can then get them out and about fairly quickly. This location here, the asset we've got is construction is now finished here, so we should see an increase on the with the energy. Not yet, but it will improve a bit. So that's all good. 2 decisions to be made. So access access offer to ancient site. An envoy from Bulgaria has proposed us access to a famous ancient fortress in their nation. Your private sector industrialists would like to have sole access, since they suspect valuable knowledge might be gained on the site, while your populace would like the right to visit the site as well. Who shall visit? So only the industrialists. Now, we've got a few negatives in through here, and here she's already at 100, so she'll go back down to 90. See how these are pro-democracy? It's not what we want. You've got a relation increase in both instances. I think I'm going to have to do this one here. I don't want democracy going much higher. And the reason for that is that the profiles at the moment, democracy is already the leading profile, and I need meritocracy to get back up to this level. So let's go with this -5. Just push that one down a little bit. Popular soldier, so we can go with heart again, or democracy. See how we're not getting any meritocracy stuff yet? We've got the we need to get meritocracy up, and yet we just don't get the, like, this is where I really don't like this with the game. I'll go that way. Battle banner. Again, mainly because of the profiles, more than anything. Those little extra feats actually do help in combat. I'm going to move this guy into the future city as well. So what else do we want to build in here? We'll start building the zone now, I think. Now that we've actually constructed this one, we've got a little bit left over there. If we go into construction, agricultural dome isn't too bad. Water is still going backwards, but we can sort of increase the flow of that. Mining, we do have wind traps, which will give us more water. Energy, industry, government. Yeah, I can't do these without making a zone. If I go and create a new zone, I can then go and do other things, I think. Yeah, so we can now start to build a government building. So let's go in and build the bureaucratic offices, which is like a basic sort of office. So, or is there something else we want to get before that? I think that one there. And so we'll start this new zone here, which is essentially means a new building. So we'll just go in and build the bureaucratic offices. So that will be the start of the new zone, and then we can sort of start to then build things in around this one. We will need to get a farm here as well, like just its own farm. It's now got its own. It's got its own energy. We just need to sort of get those sorts of things in here. Otherwise, we're going to be relying on like the logistics network the whole time. Let's leave that one where that is. So this ultimately will be the next little village. It gets set up. So they're all okay. In old Arachnid territory. What do we got down in here? They're friendly as well. Eurothorpe. Is it these guys? No, that's a different one again. Yeah, we're not seeing much there. Okay, well, what we might do is start to look at this location here a bit better now that we've got sort of like spies. So we just go back into our strat cards and go into covert ops. We've got a fair few different cards in here now. We want to be sending spy teams into different locations, so we just go into the targets. We have this Pazonian. Let's actually just go and target zone executed by this one here. Difficulty is 47, but we do have good skills, so we'll just go and execute the stratagem.
Copy that.
We roll 149, so we end up getting like double the number of spies. That's going to allow us to see into that territory. Next target, let's go to this one here and just see what we're dealing with here. Why can't we do that? We've already got 3 spies in there. You know, I think because the Queen's killed, I don't think we can get to see that one. There's the Eurothor Imperium, non-aligned forces. It's a major regime there. It's funny that we can't actually do this one. Let's bow out of that one for a second. Just see if we can actually do it by manually selecting this. And go back to the strat cards. No, it's still targeting this one here. I just can't select that zone. I think it's because the Queen was killed, which is a bit of a shame. The Eurothor, this is an 87. We'll still execute the stratagem. Oh, here's only one spy. Did I only have one spy selected? I had 3. Let's send a spy ring into different locations. Let's send a spy team. Actually, how much did we send into... I'll send that whole team in.
Copy that.
Missed. Okay, we escaped detection though. They're not critical. I've only got 2 spies in here. So this is actually to send in 3 spies. I'll execute this stratagem. Yep, there we go. So we're going to know everything that's going on in that location. We've got the support foreign factions. We've got 3 of those as well, and then just individual spies. I can pop these into different locations, but I just cannot select that one, which is a shame. All right, let's just leave it where that is. Yeah, it's not coming up in the list. Pacifica, last base is just a non-aligned forces area. This one here would be nice. We've got no spies in here, but if we get caught, it's not going to go well for us. Although it would be nice to sort of see what they've got. Yeah, I've got that one there. Then more of this this minor territory here. We might increase the spies here. Let's just go back to the individuals.
Copy that.
And I'll do one more.
Copy that.
There we go. Got heaps of them in there now. That should be able to give us good information back now. Edelweiss is another major on the other side over there. And this one is non-aligned forces. We can sort of have a look to see the animals and so on and so forth in these locations, but yeah, I won't worry about it, I don't think. Although it wouldn't be bad to just get an idea of the size of some of these locations. So this is just a single spy.
Copy that. Copy that.
Just get a couple of them in there. All right, so we just get these spies out there. By using these up, we end up, like, it'll then want to get more cards in for us to then go and make use of. All right. We're going to need to try to isolate this champion. And that should all be okay. Yep, that's all good. Okay, we'll end our turn here. We should nick off. I mean, they're very positive with us, but it's still annoying having them so close. God, they're moving around. There's a lot of them in there. We're going to see a lot more now in this next phase, except for this group. The Arachnids are really building up. I have bought a compound for 500 feet, for 500 here. Yep, okay. Dasberg is confronted with festivities that might pose a safety risk to the participants. We've discovered the bazooka. This is handy, handy-ish, just for sort of building defensive units. That's okay. Another spy team has come back through there, and another individual spy. So now if we have a bit of a look down here, we should see a lot more. So what do we got there? This is the... yep, that's okay. There's a lot of them in that territory. We can get an idea of just how big their territory actually is too. Wow, that extends a long way down. This is all of the territory now for the Arachnids. A hell of like a massive territory there. What have we got in here? This is Retheria's territory. This is the Ferals back in through this other side. And on this side we've got the Republicans. Now they should end up being more friendly. There's only 33 there. But this territory here has been really sort of chopped down. Now we've got the new town here. This is Eskdale, and so it's only got the single sort of like little zone. We can go and start to paint the zone in around this one, but this is now a new town, and we're going to end up with a lot of things we need to now go and set up. So let's just go and have a bit of a look. National budgets, we'll just leave that one there. Faction candidate, so we'll allow, we'll accept that we bring this new one in. And this one is a cap 2. Alright, that's okay. And org decisions, so we've got the Foreign Affairs Council. Priority, so major, many majors is what we want, so no changes there, that's fine. We haven't really come across minor factions that are of any significant value to us. Design target, so we now have the bazooka model. We could go and build that one now and just have it so that it's ready to go. But, yeah, maybe we'll do that. If you've got the guided RPG, which we could go for as well. Just cancel that for a second. Yeah, we'll just go no new orders. Just keep them trying to find more models that we can then make use of. Zone decisions. Here we go. So protests against high income tax. We can go pro-autocracy or pro-democracy. There's a meritocracy. Calm them down by talking to them. Let's just do that. This gives us a little bit of a chance to get the meritocracy up, but these are so few and far between.
Aye, sir.
And oratory roll is 144 versus difficulty 120 success. So this is good. So it actually he was able. This is why you want a good quality governor in these important towns. Safety protocols ignored. So he's suggesting we do nothing. Heart goes up. Enforcement goes down. Yep, everyone wants that.
Aye, sir.
Just let them do their own thing. National budget allocations. So again, we've got these coming through. Diplomatic decisions. Now we didn't actually have anything to go and create a new anything in the new zone. We should have had a governor. Wanting to get a new governor in there. Senator extradition. Okay, former senator from Europe or Imperium has been living in Dastopia for years. Here we go. We finally get a meritocracy one. So we have some principles. We'll just go that way. This is the Liz Farn River. What does she do? I think she's our secretary. All right, this now gets what we wanted, but it's just luck of the draw whether you get those things. But that's actually really now boosted our meritocracy way up, which is sort of where we want to be. So national budgets, I'm just going to go no change there.
Order received.
And that's all good. All right. So these arachnids are certainly causing issues. What else do we want to do now? I'm sort of happy with where we are. There's more groups down in through here. Just get those down that way. I think, yeah, getting another infantry group would be nice, but we just don't have enough yet. And getting on top of the industry as well would be even better. let's go and upgrade this one now. So we'll just go in and do the... can we upgrade it here? No, we can't do it there. So we need to go back to construction. Industry 3. So it's going to chew up a lot of our metal, which is okay. It's going to be 320 per turn for 5 rounds, and we don't have quite enough coming in. But ultimately we'll get there. So let's just go. We've only got 4 machines as well. We're going to need to get another machine. So we'll start the upgrade now, but let's just go and buy that one more machine that we need. And actually, do we still need to get more stuff? Oops, I keep on doing this thing. It's so annoying, the WASD not being what you need. This is now finished. Okay, so that one's now been done. And we should just make this into the bigger zone. I'll come back to that one in just a minute. So what do we need here? We need more machines. So we just go back into the workshop. And we're running out of money as well. Let's just go and make one machine or a few machines. Let's make 4 machines.
Yes, sir.
Produce those. And we better go and trade because the money is going backwards fairly quickly here. So go back to trade. We're going to sell. So we're selling fuel. We can sell at 125. Metal. Water. Water keeps on going backwards. Food we can sell a fair bit of. Sell 1,000. It's not great though, is it? Even the rare earths is not fantastic in terms of money. They want everything from that. I'll just go and sell off that much for now and just leave it at that. Okay, so that's just going to give us a bit more money with what happens there. And yep, so we're still pushing through this other side. Let's go and make this zone into the active zone down this way. So if I go back into the zone borders, I can right click on where we start and then just left click around and just paint these in around this zone. To about there, I guess. Just come up a little way. That'll do. So we'll just keep those other zones where they are. Go back to move again. So this is now we haven't got there's no one in charge of this. Position vacant. I can't put anyone in there until we get the message. Yeah, just a small village. Now we have a heap of colonists, and I forget how to do this, but we need to basically seed this with population now. So we're just going to go across to the, it's not that one there. God, I've forgotten how to actually send the colonists in. Cultural adaptation. There's no jobs. I can't, for the life of me, I can't think of what it is. Do we start back here? Is it? Oh, it's colonize. There we go. Colonize. Send as population. So I'll send about 1,500 as population.
Order received.
So they've been sent down, and we'll just do the next one as well, just as workers. Send 1,000 workers as well.
Order received.
You might send even more population down that way. They're not going to like it. Let's just make it say... Actually, we won't do any more than that. So So it gives me the starting populations essentially to get this little place built up as well over time. And so we'll need to get more production, more things sort of happening in through there as well. The energy will start to sort of kick in fairly soon in through this other side. We'll get a governor next turn. Let's just end our turn here. I could start to push again down this way with the armoured cars. I can't use the armoured cars into these locations, into the high mountains. These are just the small bugs. So just into the sand here. 8-1 odds. It says 7-1 with the tanks, but the tanks ultimately really shouldn't be able to be killed off by these things. Let's just do the attack. We've lost one. So whenever I say these things, we end up losing things. We did get one kill with one of those and one kill with one of these. Just leave them back. Okay, that's fine where that is. And we'll just keep on sort of waiting for the new industry to be built up. Oh, here we go. Bit of an incursion in. The Arachnids of Persian territory seem, according to some adventurers, to have reached Nexus level. Now, Persianon is the territory next to us. Well, now we've sort of we've got eyes on the ground there. So this is now become really, really quite dangerous. So we've certainly got the Starship Troopers thing going. Your meritocracy reached where we said we're going to get to. That's good. We've now research complete on the helicopter engine. We can now start to discover those, and we have water soil recomposition has now been researched as well, which will then open up the other location. We discovered a new order of battle, the motorised siege infantry army. A lot of these we're not really all that interested in, but we'll just keep it sort of going. Yep, that's all good. We can start to recruit different things. So we should actually have now the... so this is Persian territory back in here. And are we seeing anything? Still identifying the actual units just at this stage. This is Persian, yeah. So this is now has hit Nexus level. Their queen still exists. Right. Now, what's that there? This is Euro. They got right up to there. Let's get this thing surrounded for the next round. Next round of attacks. Now, the private sector is building something in here. Probably a farm, I would guess. Yeah, homesteads. So they're just building their own little supply of food in the sand dunes over here, which is fine. That's all good. Metal's going down. Industry is going to be struggling until we get this new industrial centre set built up. That's now surrounded. I could attack this one. 12-1 odds. Let's do it.
Open fire! Open fire! Mission successful.
Yep, that's got him. Okay, good. So we're getting rid of little groups at a time. Just bit by bit. It's all okay up the top there. This can't really move anywhere else. Water is a problem here. It's going to become more of a problem. We may have to increase production here, I think. So let's just get that up. That one's already at 100%. Okay, so we've got all that stuff happening. Yeah, Persimmon, this is now going to become more dangerous. So I think I'll just keep everything where we've got it. I'll just keep them dug in as much as we possibly can against the bugs. And all decisions back into here. So what do we got? Zone decisions. We need to appoint a governor. So we have Eda Coal Waste, and now these have got suitability ratings of 0 in here. So nothing there at all. And Caleb is got a little, no, he's only cap 1. We don't want him involved in anything at all. So he won't be anything. What about Gus? He's only cap 1. Don't want him involved. And Maya Quintlord is cap 2. Again, no real skills here. A little bit over here. She's got the best suitability. Let's just go back to our cards and just see what we've got with the, if we go back to Nation and look at, we can recruit a senior. So these can be good. Time to change the budget. Yeah, we won't worry about that one. Mission Impossible. Merc we don't need. Increase income tax. Increase sales tax. Let's go and do that one. This is the Interior Council. Yep, that's okay. Just get a little bit of extra money back that way. When we do trade. War games we don't need. Recruiter Junior. Got 3 of those cards. So, yeah, recruit talent. This one here is. Let's do this one here. So we'll execute this stratagem. So new leader has been added in. This one should be a good one. Cap 3. No real skills through here. But he's only cap 3 we've now got. He wasn't as good as I thought. He's good in military. But we don't have that just yet either. So he's probably the one that we really want. Yeah, let's just leave it there. Let's just leave it there. So we've got the we've got 7 fate points. I can actually spend some of these if we needed to. I don't think I'll worry about it just yet. Let's just go back out. I'm going to have to get going fairly soon anyway. So we will just go and put him in charge, I think. Was the other one a cap 3 as well? If we just go back to the management with the leaders. So he's cap 3. And she's cap 2. Yeah, okay. We'll put the cap 3 in. Although, yeah, she's not bad either, actually, when you look at this, in terms of being put in charge of a military group. So we'll just go back out and go back to the map. Appoint governor. Here he is. He's already been put there. He's got so he's actually now, I'll just appoint him into that role. And protests against high income tax in Oakdale. So we can send in the troops. We can use democracy or just try to calm them down. So he will now try to calm them down, but he doesn't have great skills in this one. So let's just go and promote the meritocracy again versus difficulty. So he did It's 28. Yeah, so critical failure. Okay, so yeah, he's going to struggle here for a little while. Militia commemorative plaque. Just go yes.
Order received.
Economic council task. There's no changes required there. Just leave that one where that is. And the staff council task priorities in through here as well. I'm just going to keep them all where they are as well. So
Yes, sir.
no changes. Military Research Council objectives. So we do actually have, if we go back across and have a look and see, I think I might get the sensors just so we can actually sort of try to do much better scouting, which helps a lot in the combat. So if we go back to tech, now we haven't got. Actually, we've got 3. Do we need 4? What do we need for this one here? 4. We need 4. So I'll get the guided RPGs, and that way we can start to then sort of work with those. That will then open up this one and hopefully get the polymer armor, which is nice and light, which will allow our armored cars and things to work much more effectively. So we'll go with the guided RPG.
Yes, sir.
Done. And the Economic Council research objectives. Research nothing. So what will happen there is she will then anything that's got EC where it's just in grey will then be what she tries to discover. So there's a whole lot of stuff in here that can be discovered. Not that we need it though. So there's nothing much really for her to do. So we'll just keep it going where there's nothing, but we'll just see what she can find. Right, that's all the decisions made, and for the different groups that we have, they're all set up, they've all moved, and we're pushing this back nicely, which is good. So we'll end the turn here, but I think I'll have to get going now, guys. So, so saying, join the army, they said. See exciting places, they said. And here I am on the middle of a desert guarding this solar farm. Yeah, pretty much. That's what it's all about. Yeah, they seem to be fighting the other major more so than us. We'll just keep on plugging away at opportunities when we see them. Need to increase the government profile of our proud nation. Just got a new tech water purification. This is good. This is good. Light helicopter has been discovered. That's great. So we could possibly start to design that up now, I think. Discovered a new order of battle, the assault infantry army. And so we're discovering a lot of different stuff, which is good. Reduce unrest. Yep, that's okay. Just dismiss that one for now. So with the the industry points, how are we going in here? Industry is where are we building that? Oh, there it is. Still got a heap of time here. The workers that we have, we're just not quite getting the workers in here, but it could be the industry points we're sort of running out of as well. Could be a few different things. I won't have time to analyse that one, unfortunately. We'll have to look at that one next time. These are being pushed back nicely. Yeah, for some reason we're not. Oh, hang on, that's the other major. Yep, that's okay. There won't be anything else down that way. Okay, we're now. Whoa. Okay, that's their actual location. So seeing a lot in through there. So it's all going to just be hitting into here now. I don't want to open it up for these mutants to come running in. Okay, so they're pushing out nicely now, these armoured cars. You see, the armoured cars are really doing all the heavy lifting in terms of their combat. It would be nice to get another couple of those as well once we get sort of like on top of the industry points again. I'm going to have to leave it here, guys. Actually, we've run out of food supply. We're at maximum storage there, which means we will be selling some of it off every turn. But I'm better off just going to the dome farm and just reducing it a little bit. And leaving it there, I think. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. So thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys tomorrow if you're around.